Hey lovelies, and welcome to another Filmy and General Energy reading. And if you're new to my channel, this reading can resonate whenever you find it. It can resonate for the day, the week, the month, or even the year. But do keep in mind that this reading will not resonate with everyone. So only take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse the messages if that's how it fits your situation. And if you would like to join the membership to help curate the content that you see on this channel, as well as receive access to exclusive readings, you can hit the join button beneath this video or the join link in the description box. If you'd like to check out your monthly Zodiac readings, your general love or finance forecast for the rest of the year, you can hit the Vimeo links below in the description box as well. If you'd like to get a personal reading with me, the link to my website can be found below as well. And follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for guidance. And let's go ahead and get into your messages for this time. So, a little while ago, I was listening to an Usher playlist, and two songs stood out. And Spirit kind of tapped me to say, like, those are the messages, or the messages for this reading applies to those songs. And those two songs were There Goes My Baby and Superstar, I think it was. Yeah, Superstar and There Goes My Baby. So immediately what I'm getting from that is that you are dealing with somebody, or like someone is dealing with someone who completely adores them. It's like this person loves, they simply adore you. They simply love the hell out of you. Like it's nothing. And I like what I'm getting, like the sentiment of There Goes My Baby. It's like a very strong sense of gratitude for being able to have someone like you. So I am getting that message. So yeah, it's like you're dealing with someone, you're connected to someone, you could be with this person already, or like there's just some kind of flirtation going on. But this person, like, they simply adore you. Like, there isn't, like, they could kiss the ground you walk on. They feel like you're the greatest catch, the greatest woman or man they could have ever found, they could ever know. They feel grateful to be in your presence. They feel even more grateful to call you theirs, on whatever level that you guys are dealing with each other. Like I said, it could be that you're flirting and you're not officially together, but you have that kind of thing where it just like you're not together, but you are each other's. Like you belong to each other type of thing. But especially if you're in an actual relationship with this person feels very grateful to be able to claim you as theirs. I'm hearing they've been waiting a long time. It's like before you, this person felt like they were stuck in a world with people who would never understand them. And it's like since encountering you, they finally feel like they found a literal soulmate, someone who understands them at a soul level. And that's all they've ever craved. I feel like since they were little, that was something they struggled with, was people understanding who they truly are. I'm sorry. Understanding where they're coming from. Because I don't know, I guess something about this person could have had, or they could actually still have a personality that comes off offensive to people. They don't mean to offend people. It's like they have a way about them that, I don't know, they rub people wrong for some reason. Not to say that they're a bad person or they're necessarily doing anything wrong, but there are some people that they're just like so off or so weird. They don't really fit into the norm, and sometimes people who don't fit in with normies, like normies look at these people as like something is wrong with them. They pick at these people, or they just like feel like, no, I don't, something about this person I don't like. They don't like them because they're very different than them, not because something is actually wrong with this person. So I get like this person could have been dealing with that all of their lives, like constantly being misjudged, a lot of misconceptions about them. But you came along and it's like they finally found someone who spoke their language, who understands them, like I said, at a very, very deep level. And this is why they feel so grateful for you. It's beyond the way you look. It's beyond the way you feel together. It's beyond the good times you have. Like they simply love and adore you for all of those things, of course, but also and mostly because you are someone who understands them in a world where they're often misunderstood. Yeah, this person felt very alone before you, and I keep getting 9. Yeah, I feel like this person had to complete a cycle before they connected with you. Like they were in a cycle of life. And it's funny because like early this morning I got Lion King Circle of Life in my head. I know I said cycle of life, but something about that seems very similar to circle of life. So yeah, it's like this person had to complete a cycle of life before they connected with you. So that's why they were in this period of for however long of just being alone, because it's like they needed to learn something. They needed to complete some sort of task in life in order to be able to connect with you. And I feel like they completed it. So now it's like they're in a new era, and it's like you're the greatest part of this new era that they've entered. I feel like there are other blessings and other things that are happening for them that are also great, but like this person counts you as the greatest blessing among them all. Even if this person came into like a lot of money or they got some amazing career opportunity, they feel like, yeah, those things are great, but like, collective is the real gift, like the best gift I could have ever been given. This person feels like with you, they don't need to hide any emotions. You make them completely comfortable to not only be themselves, but also to express themselves. That could have also been something they struggled with in the past, was like being openly expressive. This person could have kept their emotions and feelings and even some of their thoughts, a lot of their thoughts actually, close to the chest. Because again, they didn't know. They never found anyone who completely understood them. So I feel like most people didn't really know them. They didn't really allow people in to see who they are, how they think, what makes them tick, like their emotional side. But it's like with you, it's like they just opened up. Like they are a flood, like they are an ocean of emotions when it comes to you. And it's not like to the point that they're like so overwhelmed, like they're overwhelming. You're like, okay, this is too much. Like it's just right. Everything about this person is just right to you. So not only are you this person extremely grateful for you and feeling so in love and adore you, I feel like you also feel that way about them. I feel like you simply adore them as well because everything about them is just right. It's nothing about them that turns you off. It's nothing about them that is off putting. It's like you get them completely because you could have also had a similar experience where you feel like you were surrounded by I'm getting it's a Neo song. It's called Make It Work, but I'm getting a specific lyric from that song. Um, I'm hearing another part of the lyrics I'm hearing. It says, sometimes I love you more than you ever know. So I feel like no matter how much this person expresses to you, they feel more. It's almost like they don't even have the words to truly express to you how they feel about you. It's something about hold on, I'm looking through the lyrics because it's like I vaguely got it in my head. Yeah, okay, those are the lyrics. I was getting looking for perfect surrounded by artificial. Those lyrics from the song was coming to me. I feel like that's really how both of you are feeling. Like it is not like perfect in the sense of like actual perfection. It's just like perfect for you. You were looking for someone who was perfect for you, but instead and I feel like the perfection as defined by both of you was someone who was truly authentic. And I feel like in the worlds that you were living in apart, the lives that you were living apart, you kept encountering people who weren't so authentic. These people they were superficial. It's either they had superficial desires, they act superficially, they weren't real, they didn't show their true faces. And this really disturbed you. I feel like both of you all could be twin flames, twin souls, because I'm getting like you all had the same problem in the worlds that you were living in before encountering each other. Like you were too real for the worlds that you were in. And now that you found each other, it's like you're the two most real people that probably exist in the worlds that you were previously in. I don't know. It's like something about you guys that are truly authentic. I'm not saying like you're the most authentic people or the only authentic people in the world, but like The two of you together just really represents true authenticity. Like, there are a lot of people who say they're real, but they're actually not. And I feel like for you all, you guys are honest. I don't know, I'm hearing capable. I don't really know how that relates to the message, but I feel like you guys are very honest about who you are, your limits, your strengths, how you show up in the world. I feel like you show up, although you are probably suppressing a lot of like your emotions and thoughts. I feel like you still manage to find a way to show up authentically in the worlds that you were living in. And I feel like people always notice that about you. So that either offended people or people admired it. So I feel like for both of you, you have polar reactions from people that you would often meet. Like, people would either love you to death or hate your guts. Like, you really wouldn't encounter people who like were in the middle or just like, oh, I don't really think much of them. Like, nobody was really neutral about you. I feel like you have a very polaring effect, both of you, when you encounter people. And like for the two of you attracting to each other, it's like the effect is like, I love you to death because it's like you just want to hug and squeeze each other because you're like, you do exist. Like, another me exists. Yeah, so you're just like really happy together and enjoying life together and just being able to do all the things that you couldn't do with other people, express yourselves in ways that you didn't feel comfortable expressing with other people. You can be really, both of you can really be yourselves here. Yeah, and I feel like you go really deep too. I feel like both of you are really deep thinkers. So a lot of the things and conversations that you wouldn't dare touch with other people, you discuss with each other. And I'm hearing you can really go there with each other and you get it. You can really like dive into certain topics and neither person gets lost. And I feel like both of you are on the same page with most of what you discuss. And even in times where you all may initially disagree, I feel like you both would find a way, like somehow you, through navigating the conversation, you find it's like you find common ground. Like, you find a way to understand each other's point of view and you somehow reach a common ground on whatever it is you're discussing. I'm getting a memory in my head. I'm trying to figure out how that applies to this reading. This is a very specific message. It's not going to apply to everybody, but um somebody could be dating someone who was formerly gay. This person could have struggled with their sexuality. I do feel like I'm picking up on a heterosexual relationship. So I feel like someone in this dynamic could have been involved in homosexual relationships, and when they encountered this person, it like made them say like, oh, like I can actually be attracted to the opposite sex and like really fall in love. Like, I don't know, something about it surprised them. Like, maybe this person thought like they could never find anything close to love with the person of an opposite sex. But then they encounter this other person and they're just like, wow, it's like it took them by surprise because like they're feeling things that they never thought they would feel for the opposite sex. Again, that's a very specific message. Don't take that if that's not for you. Because if it is somebody in this dynamic who was formerly a homosexual, this you will know. I don't feel like they will hide it. I feel like they'll be very open about their past. And I feel like this person is going to denounce their homosexuality once they're in this relationship. So it's not a situation where they're homosexual and they're just dabbling in heterosexuality. I feel like they're going to completely leave the homosexual lifestyle behind, because it's like they found what they've always been looking for, but they never thought they would find it in the opposite sex. But now that they have, they're just like, because it wasn't even, I feel like it wasn't even about sex necessarily with the opposites, with in their homosexual relationships. It was like something about like the closeness of I don't know, like for instance, if this is a man who was a homosexual, I get the sense like he thought maybe all women were irrational or like emotionally erratic. They didn't really think logically. They never like thought with much sense when it came to certain things. So I feel like this man could have indulged in homosexual relationships feeling like, only a man could relate to him and understand his mind and where he's coming from. Like, even if they don't get it all the way, he thought like they're the closest to getting him than a woman. I don't know. I just get something about he thought women was like all of them were like extremely emotional creatures. And it's something about, and it's funny because I'm picking up that he actually is an emotional creature. But I don't know if it's something about like, oh, okay. Okay. I'm getting a clearer picture now. What his problem was, if this is a message about a man who was formerly homosexual, what really irritated him about women, like he found women attractive. I am getting that. Like he found them sexy, but when it came to like dealing with them on an emotional level, he felt like a lot of them were emotionally manipulative. Like they were like fake with their emotions. So sometimes they would kind of be overboard and like pour on the emotions thick to like get their way or to get out of something or manipulate a situation. And I feel like he hated that. And I feel like when he dealt with men, he didn't really encounter that. So that's what made him lean more to that side. Because he's like, yeah, I could emotionally relate to, someone like me. But like women, like they're all like emotionally manipulative. I don't know. All the women he was encountering, I feel like they could have been like that. But when it came to you, like I said, you're very authentic. You're very yeah, you showed up and it's like you proved him wrong about like, women, or in the case of it's a gay woman and you proved her wrong about men, her general uh her general like stereotype of men, or his general stereotype of women. It's like you broke that. So yeah, it's like this person, you end up changing this person's life. This is why they adore you, because it's like you pull them away from, I'm hearing something about they didn't want to be. So it's like this person was living a homosexual lifestyle, but I feel like deep inside they didn't really want to be a homosexual. It's really weird. It's like, again, they were doing it not for like sexual reasons. They were having sex with these people, but I feel like that wasn't really what was drawing them to these homosexual relationships. Again, it's like they just thought that someone of the same sex could really understand them. It's like they felt like what they were looking for could only be found in someone who is exactly like them in a sense of like gender as well. But this person found that in you, in the opposite sex. Like they found of them, like a copy of themselves in the opposite sex, and they didn't think that was possible. So yeah, you change this person's life, and it's like they feel like they owe you everything because you saved them from something they didn't want to be. That's why I was getting didn't like they didn't want to be. They didn't want to be a homosexual. They were doing it because it's almost like they felt like they had no choice for what they were looking for. So this is why this person is like extra grateful to you. Again, it's like they think you're beautiful or handsome and all that jazz and wonderful, but it's like deeper than that. It's like their gratitude for you goes deep because you saved them from something. It's like I'm hearing you save them from themselves. Yeah. This person could have also been on a very destructive path. Like if you don't resonate with the whole homosexual thing, I get that this person could have been on a very destructive path overall in life, just doing things that were very destructive, getting in trouble, getting involved in situations that were just not the best. And it's like you came along and you I'm hearing gave them a reason to live. So this person could have been on the path of destruction. Like they could have even been suicidal. This person could have been, someone who, even if it wasn't like them trying to kill themselves in a literal sense, like they could have just been leading such a destructive life that would have led to an early death. And that's what it's like they were secretly hoping and wishing for that. I don't know. It's like I'm getting that yeah, this person is like they were either on a very destructive path that could have led to an early death and that was their wish, and or because it could be that they had both going on, or they were leading a homosexual lifestyle that they didn't want to live. But yeah, so it's like you saved them from themselves. You saved them from something they didn't want to be. even with the destructive lifestyle, they didn't want to be that way. But I don't know, something about like what was going on with them, and maybe like the way they didn't feel like they were connecting to anyone around. They didn't feel like no one understood them. Maybe a lot of people criticized them. Maybe all of that was leading them to be suicidal or be this destructive. So yeah, it's like finding you. I'm hearing a song called I Found You. I think it's by Benny Blanco. Yeah, it's like they found you, and now their world is turned upright. Now it's like everything is spinning on its axis correctly, and they look forward to every day now that you're in it. It's like they look forward to every day in their lives because you're in it. And so this person feels like they owe you a world of gratitude because you saved them from themselves. And I don't know, it's like you change their life, and I don't know, they feel like they owe you everything. So what I can say is that you don't have to worry about this person ever leaving you, because I feel like that feeling I'm picking up on, this sense of gratitude they feel for you, I don't feel like that's ever going to fade. I feel like this is something this person, even in times where like you guys are arguing, not getting along, or maybe they're in a situation where, they're tempted, it's like they will always think about what you've given their life, like what you've given to them, what you've done for their lives, and they're like, nah, I can't do that. So this person won't cheat on you, and they won't leave you. They are very devoted to you because, like I said, it's deeper than the surface. It's deeper than vanity. It's a soul recognition that you saved them from themselves. You helped them to find who they really are in a world that was telling them that they weren't worth it, or they were alone, or they didn't deserve to be here. I don't know. I just feel like this person could have gone through a lot of, like, I don't know, negativity being thrown at them. And so, yeah, you make life feel worth it. And for that, it's like they're going to give you everything unto their last breath. That includes devotion, like I said, to the very end. So this is like the person you spend the rest of your life with. And I do feel like for most of you, as you're listening to this reading, you're already with this person, but it could be like very early in the relationship, and you could be wondering where it's going. And this reading is telling you that it's going to last, because you could have this really good feeling about someone that you're newly dating, but you're wondering like, okay, it's great now, but how long is it going to stay like this? Because you're used to, like, the fire kind of burning out pretty quickly, or people changing, and the new, kind of like the new car smell wearing off in a relationship. But I feel like, no, you don't have to worry about this happening with this person. This is forever. Okay? So that's about all I have for you all for this Fill Me In general energy reading. I hope it was helpful to you. Again, if you'd like to join the membership to help curate the content that you see on this channel, as well as receive access to exclusive readings, including 18 plus readings, you can hit the join button beneath this video or the join link in the description box. If you would like to check out your monthly Zodiac readings, general love, or finance forecast, or get a personal reading with me, you can find those links below as well. Follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for guidance, and I'll be back with more readings, lovelies. Bye.